When you think about motivation, what do you typically think about? If you're like most people, you think about willpower, drive, energy, commitment, relentlessness, pushing through. We think about that typically when we think about willpower. We think of a force moving forward. But here's the thing. Systems trump willpower 6 days a week and twice on Sundays. Systems trump willpower every single time. Why? Because willpower is regulated by our prefrontal cortex, which is like a battery. It's finite. That's why we often reach for the ice cream late at night, because our battery has run out, our willpower has run out, and now we're at the mercy of our emotions, our fears, our worries, our needs. And so what we want to do is put some systems in place that allow us to sustain our motivation, in particular for our key goals and priorities. So I'll give you a couple of examples. For example, if you have a goal to eat well, to eat healthy, and obviously that's extremely important right now, it's actually much more important for you to prepare your meals in advance than it is to rely on your willpower. If you prepare your meals in advance, you have a much higher rate of success of actually following through on eating healthy than if you try and battle yourself all day long. We make something like 250 decisions on food every day. And so if you have systems in place, you take away all that need, you free up your prefrontal cortex to focus on more important things, and the systems take over and they encourage you to eat healthy. I know in my life I like to stay healthy and exercise, but I know that if I don't exercise first thing in the morning, I won't get it done. But the challenge is 5 a.m. 6 days a week is not very pleasant, especially in the middle of winter. And so I have a system set up where, I go to bed at the same time pretty much every night, have my gear laid out. I have a personal trainer 3 days a week. If I'm going to train at home on the elliptical machine or something, I have music set up. I have a program written on the wall. I have a system that takes over my motivation for me because I don't want to negotiate with myself at 5 o'clock in the morning. That's not an argument I'm going to win. I'll turn the alarm off and pull the sheets back over. The systems take over. And so here's the interesting thing that I've learned as a consequence of that. Our systems create habits. And if we do it long enough, our habits create a sense of identity. They become who we are, not just what we do, but who we are. And I'll give you, there's plenty of research to say, for example, that people who tell themselves, I don't miss workouts, are much more likely to do a workout than those who say, I can't miss a workout. Why? Because the first group of people have attached working out to their identity. It's not just what they do, it's who they are. They are the kind of person that works out. I don't miss a workout. That's how I feel about it. And so I don't miss it. It's now part of my identity. It's part of who I am. And the force of staying congruent with who we think we are is one of the strongest forces in life. So my question for reflection is, when you come back to this, where can you implement systems to replace willpower in your life?